Good evening. It's April 2nd, 2025, the fourth week of Lent, and it's my pleasure and honor to speaking with the humble hero, Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you doing today, Mr.?
Very good, thank you.
You're looking well.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Very good.
Yeah, you're looking well. Mr. Jeckovich was from Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Is that right, Mr.
That's
Jeckovich?
right.
Today is
That's
a gift.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1925. Now, 2025, Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100. It's knocking. Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100, and he's in excellent shape. He never took a prescription in his life, never took a vitamin, jogged for 80 years, never drank, never smoked. A clean lifestyle, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. What else? I mean, that's great longevity to be 100 years old with no problems at all.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful. That's a gift from God and a lot of work on your own to get there. Wow. Wow. How old was your father when he died?
43.
Mr. Jeckovich's father was named Marion Jeckovich. He was a legal immigrant from Russia. He came through Ellis Island, and he basically worked very hard with 3 different jobs to give his sons a better life than he had. As a result, he was mixing cement at the age of 43, and he dropped over and died, right?
Yeah, but he had a heart attack.
And how did you find out about his death?
Well, the police came to the house at 8 o'clock and said, your father got hurt, you could have got rid of the hospital. So he drove me down there, and I went up and I said, where's my father? And she said, he's downstairs.
That's the sign.
Yeah.
You thought that way too at the time?
Yeah.
And so what happened?
I asked her, how come I'm not going upstairs? She said, we'll take you down.
Yeah. And what did you see?
I see my father laid out, his eyes closed, cement on his face, a little bit of cement on his face, a little cement on his...
They asked you to identify the body?
Yeah.
And what else they asked you to do?
Go through his pockets.
And what did you find?
Well, I can't press Albert tobacco and the things that you buy, the papers that you rope it up in the tobacco in. Keys to the house.
There was many different versions of how your father spelled his first name. How would you spell it?
What?
There was many different versions of how your father spelled his first name. How would you spell it?
Marion?
Yeah.
M-A-R-Y-I-A-N. Marion.
M-A-R-Y-I-A-N.
Yeah.
How would you spell your last name back in the 1930s?
Last name?
Your last name in the 30s.
It would be Jeckovich.
So, spell it for us.
Y-E-R-K-O-V-I-C-H.
Did you change it?
No, Stevie changed it.
And what was his reasoning?
Well, he didn't want the Y, he wanted the C in there.
Yeah.
So it was Jeckovich.
Yeah, because Jeckovich is a very common name in Russia.
Yeah.
But when you drag it over to the United States, it could be
different meaning.
Different meaning, which is not good. Isn't it interesting when they changed the name back then, they simply said, here's how it's spelled.
Yeah, I changed it, that's it.
And that's it. Now today, publish it in a newspaper, send out letters to your creditors. It's a big, complicated process.
Yeah.
Back then, it's like, okay, it's changed, and you start using a new name.
Yeah.
But you had one of your nieces that was named Marion, And that's Marion.
Yeah.
Was that a female version?
Yeah, that's a female, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. A funny story about your mother, Anna Targus Jeckovich, when she would visit your father at the cemetery often, on the stone was the birth date and the date that your father died, and also was the birth date of your mother, but since she was still living, that was left blank.
Yeah.
That was customary. But what she did was she took a roll of masking tape and she covered over the year she was born.
Yeah.
Was she always trying to hide her age, or is that just what ladies do?
Yeah, that was the way of doing things, yeah.
Yeah, covered right over that masking tape, right? Wow. Isn't that something? Wow. Did your father ever get a driver's license?
No.
Did your mother ever get a driver's license?
Neither of them drove.
When Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1925, it was a Great Depression going on. How did that affect your family?
Not too well. We were fed well. It's holidays. We got new clothes. We ate well with warm room.
So it didn't hurt you?
No.
Did your father bring over your mother from Russia?
No, they didn't know each other. No, they met here.
How they met then?
I guess they met at the church.
What church you think it was?
Holy Trinity.
Really? That's interesting. Wow. That is very interesting. And they end up buying the beautiful house at 3063 Orleans Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York, 14304. When they bought that house, what was the neighborhood like?
Neighborhood was nice. There were only two houses on the street, and it's a long, wide, open area. You could see the Ice Park Stadium.
And how was the creek at the time?
It was some dirt road.
Did you used to fish on the creek?
The what?
Did you fish?
Fish?
Did you ever go fishing?
No.
You were never fished in your life?
No.
But what did you do? Ice skate on the creek?
We ice skated on the creek, yeah.
Did you play hockey?
Yeah, and then when we opened the fire hydrant, froze the street up, and then played hockey there too.
So next to your house, there was a fire hydrant. I wonder if that fire hydrant's still there today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You open up the fire hydrant, plenty of water came out, and the next morning it was frozen solid, right?
Yeah.
Well, and no neighbors complained?
No.
Could you imagine today if you open up a fire hydrant on your street of all the bitching you'd see?
Oh, yeah.
You'd probably get arrested. And then you had a nice ice skating rink.
Yeah.
Being that your house was actually with only two houses on it, did you ever see any animals of any type?
Raccoons and foxes.
How about deer?
Deer, a lot of deer, yeah.
And what do you think it's like on that street today?
Well, it's wrecked. They're going to tear it down. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
And the houses are many now?
Yeah, they're empty. Most of them are empty.
What do you think happened?
Well, things moved on.
People moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So Mr. Jeckovich was at Orleans Avenue almost all his adult life, right?
Right.
Could you remember the excitement of your mother when they first bought the house?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't she excited?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that the first?
I had to go down and pay Belden every month, every week.
That's the man that financed it for you.
Yeah.
Was that the first house you ever had a bathtub?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had a two-car garage.
Two-car garage.
You had a patio, front and back.
Yeah.
And you had big picture windows in it.
Yeah. Well, no, my brother got the picture of Pittsburgh plate glass.
How did he ship them all the way from Pittsburgh? Back then, it was pretty primitive shipping. How did you get them shipped?
You got them shipped by regular shipping outfit.
Okay. Because I know now it's pretty common, but back then there wasn't much going on. How were your neighbors on that street?
Well, there's only a few.
Who were they?
Well, they were older, and they had kids, and that's it. Kids went to school, and the father worked, the mother stayed home to do the cooking and everything else.
So it was nice neighbors.
Yeah, mother didn't go to work.
15 minutes.
What'd you say now about the mother?
Mother didn't go to work, she stayed home.
Yeah, so the mothers took care of the household and the children,
Yeah,
and the father worked.
yeah.
Where'd most of the people work back then?
Work,
Yeah, where did most of the men work back then?
carbureting them.
And where else?
And the steel mills over there.
Did you ever work in a steel mill?
No, I did?
Yeah.
No. I worked with my uncle in the
At
steel mill,
Croydale,
yeah.
right? At Croydale, right?
Yeah.
What did you do in the steel mill?
Well, we put up ductwork for the exhaust things and the smoke fumes coming out of what?
Was it a dirty place?
Oh, yeah.
What was the dirtiest factory in Niagara Falls?
Probably Great Lakes.
And you were a real mess there, right?
No. You got all messed up with black carbon and everything else.
On your face, arms.
Yeah.
You could never get it off, right?
No. Had to wear a mask.
Wow. In your neighborhood, as time went on, didn't a lot of places pop up, neighborhood bars, neighborhood delicatessens and things like that?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
You could walk from your house to the delicatessen, couldn't you?
Yeah, we used to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go down and get the bakery, at the bakery lounge.
Okay, you had a bakery there too, right?
Yeah.
Wow. You won't see that anymore today.
No, that bakery lounge is speakeasy.
Yeah. But they had good bread in the day.
Yeah.
Wow. And you used to go buy donuts for your family every day, or
Do I?
you used to buy bread for your family every day?
Yeah.
Did your mother like it?
Oh, yeah.
Did your father like it?
Yeah.
What kind of breakfast would a Polish family make?
Breakfast?
A Polish family make?
Probably ham and eggs and bacon, cup of coffee, and some kind of a cake or something.
Do you still drink coffee today?
I don't drink coffee, no.
What kind of celebrations did you have for Easter?
Well, Easter, we got all new clothes, and we had the Easter bunnies hidden in the closets for Easter. Easter was a big day.
How about when you were both adults, your brothers were both adults? Did your brother Steve come visit you for Easter? With Millie?
Steve, yeah, well, they would come for the holidays, yeah, but went to see my mother, yeah.
And didn't they have some type of tradition of breaking an egg or something?
Oh, yeah, you boil an egg and cut it into pieces and go around the table with somebody's goodwill, have a good day, do what you want them to do and all that nonsense.
So it was always positive, right?
Yeah.
How long would your brother stay for
What?
when he came visit you for Easter?
Next day they were gone.
Oh, yeah? And where did they sleep?
They slept. Oh, they slept in a hotel.
Okay, okay. Did he have children?
Yeah, he had 2 kids with him, yeah.
Okay,
The one kid was crippled up.
okay. How about your brother Lookie? Did he come for Easter?
Yeah, he came in,
15.
walked in and walked out.
Oh? Did he have a wife at the time?
Well, they had that, what's her name? She's after him, she's after him.
Oh, yeah. Did they eventually get married?
I guess they did, yeah, she wore him down.
They wore him down. That's a hell of a term. Wore him down. I guess that might be still going on today. Yeah, wearing them down. How about your sister? Did she finally get married?
Yeah, she married that Gus.
Didn't she marry Charlie?
Pardon?
Didn't she marry Charlie?
Charlie, yeah.
He always wore a suit and tie. Was he a big executive of a company?
No, he worked at the steel mill.
Anybody wore a suit and tie?
Yeah.
Did he smoke cigars in your house?
No smoking in the house, no.
You put up the signs, right?
Yeah,
50 years ago, Mr. Jeckovich is putting up the signs, right?
yeah.
And what would your mother do during these visits?
My mother,
What would she do during the visits?
with Uncle Steve and Millie come over, put up with them, I guess. We couldn't wait till they left.
Really? Didn't your mother have a special chair?
There's a little chair in the corner there, she'd be crocheted and listen to the radio. We didn't have a TV then.
Well, later she had a TV.
Yeah,
Didn't she love the soap operas?
yeah,
And she'd sit in the same chair like a lazy boy.
yeah.
And she'd have this crochet all over the place, and she'd be crocheting Afghans.
Yeah,
Or sweaters for the baby.
yeah,
I don't know how the hell you do that. I don't know. And she did some of the crocheting with yarn as thin as thread.
oh yeah, it's
How
real
did you
thin.
do that? And you said her eyes were bad from work.
Yeah,
What did she do at work?
she's a small wheels inspector.
That must have been very hard.
Yeah,
Inspecting 8 hours a day.
yeah.
Your mother worked there very long. How did her final days end there?
What?
Your mother worked at Carbrundum very long. How did her final days end at Carbrundum? How would she just get up and leave, or they asked her to retire? How'd that go?
Well, they said that you're taking food from my kids because I can't get a job here. You're too old to be working.
And then finally she retired, right?
Yeah,
Wow. If they didn't ask her that, she probably would have stayed,
yeah.
right? She loved to go in and work, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
You picked up your mother from Carbrundum, and Delphine picked up your mother from Carbrundum. But wasn't it at different times where your mother would just walk past the car?
She wouldn't get in.
Yeah.
She was mad at us.
For no reason, really.
No reason. Yeah.
So
She
that-
get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, then after that, she'd make you coffee and,
Yeah. Had my wife come down, knock on the door, and she let her in.
it all worked just out.
Yeah.
So the best thing that really ever happened to your mother was your wife, Delphine.
Oh yeah.
Without Delphine, she would have been very lonely.
No. They were two peas in a pod, boy.
Yeah, Delphine carried her to her all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they went shopping together.
Yeah. Well, after Delphine learned how to drive, yeah, my mother grabbed her all the time.
Was Delphine a good driver?
Oh yeah. After she learned how to shift.
Oh, yeah. Everything was manual back then.
Yeah.
Wow. Did Delphine ever get any speeding tickets?
No.
Did Delphine ever have any accidents?
No.
Wow, a perfect driving record. That's amazing. So what are some of the places Delphine would take your mother?
She'd take her to Slipco's, she'd take her to the farmer markets, she'd take her to some of the department stores. If my mother wanted something in a department store, like Kovackers or something, she'd take her there.
Isn't it funny back then, the department stores, you just walk in with no ID whatsoever and simply sign a slip.
Yeah,
No more, no less. Sign the slip and that was the sale.
yeah.
Did your mother go to Gents a lot?
Gents, oh yeah.
Did you go to the Why Not coffee shop for coffee a lot?
No.
Did you ever buy gas from Pete's Texaco on Pine Avenue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
When the brother died, we still got a gas there.
yeah. And I thought he sold used cars there too.
Oh yeah.
And I thought your mother was looking there for used cars one time.
No, she wouldn't get for her to drive.
No, for Delphine. I remember she was looking there for used cars, but instead she got a new Omega. Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she had that Volkswagen to begin with.
Yeah. Do you remember where you bought that Volkswagen at?
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you buy it?
That little guy, that jumpy guy on the corner there, had a little shop there.
No kidding. Wow. And that car just kept going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now all the Volkswagens are expensive, number one. And number two, they're made in Mexico, so
Yeah.
they fall apart. Didn't you have a funny experience with one of the Volkswagens before?
The what?
Didn't you have a funny experience with one of the Volkswagens before? It took off on its own.
Oh, yeah, I was parked in front of the store. I was working inside. I looked out. I said, where the hell did someone stole my car? I looked down the street. The cops had it roped up. The car, starting motor started the car up.
Yeah, it was in first or second gear,
Yeah.
and it's the starting motor engaged, and it just kept on creeping around.
Yeah.
Did that happen a lot?
No, after that, no.
Did your wife ever drive an automatic?
Yeah, yeah. After she's driving an automatic, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you ever drive an automatic or always a standard?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, when we went automatic, I went automatic too.
Oh yeah.
The gear shift was way up in the top there.
Wow. Did you do most of the work on your trucks yourself?
Some of it, yeah, but they couldn't do it today. You have to have all kinds of special equipment,
Computers.
manuals and everything else.
Minutes, please. But back then, you had a lot of room in the engine compartment, and you could hop right in there and start doing the work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're all that stuff in there now. You never do it.
Yeah. It's basically cars today are simply computers on wheels. Cars back in the day were built by man. They're mechanical. So 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and 50 years from now, those mechanical cars back in the day, a human being could still work on and repair. But today, cars are nothing but computers on wheels, and you can't work on them today unless you have the proper tools and
You know how?
and at the dealership you can't work on your backyard. 5 years from now you won't be able to, for sure.
Yeah.
10 years from now you won't be able to. So what you'll be basically we're creating are disposable cars. And imagine the computers. Some of them have 100 computers per car. The computers would cost more than a car.
Yeah.
But if you go back to Mr. Jekovich's days, when all cars were mechanical with no computers, you can work on it then, you can work on it now, you can work on it from 100 years from now. But the computer cars, you can't.
No.
Once they go, you'll make a decision. Do I want to put $10,000 worth of computers in a $3,000 car? And you probably won't.
No.
So they really changed. A computer on wheels. Wow. Would you ever buy an electric car?
No, no.
Never.
Steve's got an electric car, or Uncle Clint's got an
Okay.
electric car, yeah.
Do you like electric cars?
No,
No. You like gas, right?
yeah.
Was any of your cars run by diesel?
Residential cars?
Yeah, anything run by diesel?
No, not the cars.
You always
Not
had
the
gas.
residential cars, no.
Did your big four-door truck serve you well? Because I knew you did a lot of plowing with it.
Oh, yeah, the Toyota, yeah.
Yeah, it served you well, right? It was in perfect shape. What do you think's the best car out there, truck-wise?
Truck, why?
What do you think's the best truck? International, Ford, Dodge?
International,
They'll
yeah.
go forever, won't they?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. In your big international truck, many cars back then were built with something, a plate where the radio would go. It'd be called radio delete. Radio delete was very popular back then because it kept the cost of the vehicle down when you bought it new. But did all your cars have a radio in it?
No, they had to put them in.
Okay, so it was radio delete. And were you able to put them in yourself?
No.
No, you weren't able to do it. Minutes, please. So back then it was pretty easy working on cars.
Oh, yeah.
4.5.
Did you change your own oil?
Yeah, I changed the oil, yeah. Antifreeze.
And how about your transmission fluid? You used to change your transmission fluid?
Yeah.
Or how about changing your tires? Would you do that yourself?
Yeah, I had to jack it up, yeah.
So you do all that yourself?
Yeah, but I didn't know there were split rims on it.
Okay, for everyone that doesn't know, tell us what split rims are. These can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, we changed 4 tires like that, Steve and I did.
Okay.
We didn't know that.
And they could kill you in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Explain what the split rims are.
They're spring loaded on the tire, and when they take them out, you got to be careful, or put the field in front of you, because that thing comes out, it pops right out. It's under tension.
Many an auto mechanic are pushing up daisies now because of split rims. A lot of them got killed.
Yeah.
A lot of mechanics got killed back in the day on split rims. I don't even think they make them anymore.
No.
It's so damn dangerous, my God. My God.
I don't know what was the reason to put them in to begin with.
And I don't either, but it killed a lot of people, I can tell you that. Did you always run chains on your tires in the winter?
Oh, in the winter time, yeah.
Did you ever run snow tires with little spikes in them?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So if you basically were driving in Niagara Falls during the winter without snow tires, you're not moving.
Well, you could get around, but you'd be sliding all over.
Yeah.
That's when that day comes up, you don't drive.
Do you remember the Oldsmobile Omega you had?
Oh, that green one, yeah.
Was that a good driving vehicle?
Oh, yeah.
That served you well, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it had red seats in it.
What happened to it? Where's it at?
Well, I guess we sold it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
It was a nice looking body style.
Yeah.
And that was automatic.
Yeah.
When you lived in Niagara Falls for 50, 60, 70 years, did you ever, on any of your vehicles you owned, ever have air conditioning?
Air conditioning in the window. After a while, I put the big feathers in the window in the living room. It took the kitchen, the living room, and the dining room.
So that was your house. It cooled it pretty good?
Oh, yeah. That thing ran for years.
Made it like ice cold?
Oh, yeah.
I think we've seen a picture that one in the living room still running.
Yeah.
So that's got to be 60 years old.
I had it on the window on that Yahoo side next door, and he says, making too much noise, so I put it on the other side of the window.
Wait, you mean to tell me you put an air conditioning and a neighbor came over complaining?
Yeah.
Who was that?
That Blinsky.
So he complained about everything?
Yeah.
Minutes?
Minute and a half.
How about your cars in Niagara Falls? Did you ever have air conditioning in your cars?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
But I didn't know someone complained about your air conditioning. What did he come over and say?
He says it's making too much noise.
But isn't he the guy that had 2 lots and he built within 3 feet of your house?
Yeah, he gave me 3 feet, too.
But he could have built on a lot
He could
farther?
have had a big lawn in the front, yeah. I should have bought that lot,
Yeah. How much was it?
2,400.
Yeah, that would have been great, huh? Wow. Did he come over and like knock on your door and say you got too much noise coming from here?
Yeah,
That was a lot of nerve.
yeah.
Didn't you one time damage his house?
Well, no, we were working on the front, on the back, and I told who was working with me? I told
Tom.
little Tom. I said, Tom, when you watch those boards, you take it out. You don't hit that house because it's got that aluminum siding on it. Well, he nicked it one time, and I said, well, go over and tell him right away. And he went over there. He says, I have to take it all. I said, I'll get it fixed. They came in, they changed it in a minute.
Wow.
He made a big fuss about it.
He was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.